Of all the videos and all the YouTube channels and all of the internet, you just had to click on this one. Thank you. Here's looking at you. Well, speaking of young people, if you're a magician, there's a good chance you've been approached by a young person and have been asked to teach them a magic trick. You might have been flustered, not sure what to teach them. Do you teach them something easy, something kind of hard? Do you teach them something that's a really good trick? Do you teach them something that's not really that great because they're a beginner? There are a lot of things to consider. But what if I told you at the end of this video, you'd not only have an arsenal of tricks to teach, but you'd be able to figure out what other tricks that aren't taught in this video are good to teach to and to anyone of that matter. Well, it's true. So stay tuned in this episode of Cole Diamond the Magic Rogue. Cheers. It's iced tea, not alcohol. Hey guys, welcome back to Cole Diamond the Magic Rogue, the YouTube channel where I make you look better by comparison. I'm your host Cole, and today we're going to be talking tricks that you can teach to spectators. There are 3 things a trick needs to be good to teach to spectators. Okay, number 1, is the trick easy? Now, I mean this in 2 ways. Is it easy as in, is it easy to perform? And is it easy as in, is it easy to remember? And these are both very important. You don't want the person you're teaching it to forget it tomorrow, and you don't want them to kind of be thinking in their head, oh, do I do this now? Is this how it goes? You want it to be easy for them to do. Number 2 is it a good trick? This is something a lot of magicians overlook because they don't want to teach the good stuff to spectators. But there are small things that are really powerful that a spectator can learn that doesn't necessarily destroy whole genres of magic for them. And I'm going to be showing a few of those in this video. Number 3, and maybe the most important one, is it experience proof? I.e., can an inexperienced person do it without giving away the secret? Okay, here's what I mean. Imagine if an inexperienced magician is vanishing a coin, instead of doing like this. Okay, here's the coin. We're gonna make it disappear. They'll go something like, okay, watch the coin. Like they'll be looking at the hand where the secret is in. And that's just a general thing that a lot of inexperienced people do in magic. They look where the secret is and not where the magic is. Another example of this would be like, if you're trying to teach the salt shaker through the table, they'd probably be like looking to their lap as they drop it and keep looking to their lap as they're doing the magic over here. So in all these tricks, there's nowhere for the spectator to look. Now, obviously you can do any of the 3 tricks I'm going to show you today, but you don't need to. Using these tools I've given you, you can easily identify tricks that would be good to teach to spectators. And if you think of any off the top of your head while you're watching this video, feel free to leave it in the comment section below and we can have a conversation about it. So the first trick I'm going to teach is the levitating card trick. Now obviously we're not going to be using threads or magnets or anything like that because spectators don't have that. So this is a very simple levitation trick that does actually fool people. Like I have fooled people with this. So let me show you. So you hold the card like this and then it actually begins to float behind your hands, and you can actually move your hands around it and then you grab it out of thin air like that. And it's actually really impressive, it's really easy, and this is the secret. So all you're going to want to do for this is you're going to hold the card exactly how you think I'm holding it, with my fingers in the front and my thumbs in the back, and then right here, I'm actually going to move my thumbs here, so I'm actually holding the card between my thumbs, and I'm just going to move my thumbs back to give that depth of it floating, and then I wiggle my thumbs to give it that flight. I can move my hands up here and back. That is a pretty good convincer. And then a good convincer I like to do is to float it back and then at the last second grab it with all your fingers as you were at the beginning. And that gives it a really good kind of, I just snatched it out of thin air while it was already floating kind of illusion. This trick checks off easy and fooling in terms of eyes. Now, theoretically, they could be looking at the thumb instead of the card, but the thumb is right next to the card, so it really just looks like you're looking at the card. Like right now I'm looking at the thumb, you probably can't tell, it just looks like I'm concentrating on the card. And that's what makes this experience proof. Okay, so trick number 2 is something that just uses your body. It doesn't use any kind of props, which is good because not everybody will have a deck of cards lying around, so this is a good trick to teach for that. So for demonstration purposes, I'm going to take out my glasses to make this easier. Now, I'm going to take my hand, and my ear is obviously solid. Nothing weird with my ear. And watch. Just like that, my thumb is actually going through my ear. I'm wiggling my thumb so you know it's real. My ear is, of course, real. And just like this, my ear is back to normal. My thumb's no longer in it. Just like that. So this trick does actually surprisingly fool people. And it's very easy, obviously. And there's nowhere to look because you can't even look at your ear. You can't even look where you're doing the magic trick. So the way this works is you're going to start by putting your thumb across your ear. You're going to catch the top end of your ear between the crotch of your thumb and your first finger. And then you're going to move your hand down so that instead of the palm facing out, now the back of your hand is facing out. And now your first finger is going to hook that your earlobe into the finger like that, if you imagine my finger as being my earlobe. So you grab it, you grab the earlobe, and now it creates a pretty convincing illusion that your thumb is going through your ear. And you can either be turned away while you're setting it up, or you can also just have your hand in front. I like to, if you saw at the beginning, when I'm done, I like to do a little push. That way it really sells the illusion that my thumb just went right through my ear. And then, when you're done, you don't even need cover, because if you just let go and put your fingers in front of your ear, you can just reveal it like that. And it's pretty great. Okay guys, the last trick actually involves an entire deck of cards so that they can actually learn a real card trick. So this trick starts with having somebody shuffle the cards. It doesn't matter what they do. They can shuffle the cards in any way they want. It doesn't matter. They can give it cuts, whatever they want. Now the magician says, I'm going to find the 4 aces in this deck without even looking at the faces of the cards. In fact, I'm not going to look at the cards at all. I'm going to do this behind my back. So then you hear him going through. He goes, okay. I think there's one ace. Let's see here. And then maybe in the middle of it, he brings out the deck and has them shuffle a little more. And he goes back, goes, okay, there's 2 aces. And then maybe you have the deck behind your back and you ask them to name a number from 1 to 10. And then they say 5 and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the next card is the next ace. And now you have 3 aces. You can have them shuffle this as much as they want. There really are a lot of possibilities in this trick. You ask them to name a number from 1 to 5. Let's say they say 3. And you cut the deck to 3 times. And then right immediately you cut to the last ace. Okay guys, so the secret to this trick is that the cards are actually in your pocket. So it does require some setup. You take out the 4 aces. Now you have a few different options. You can put it in your pocket so that they're sticking out. You can put it in your belt loop. What I just did was I just tucked part of my shirt into my pants, and then I just nestled the cards in there like that. And now the aces aren't even in this pack of cards. You can have them shuffle as much as they want. It doesn't matter. And when you go back, you just maybe do some stuff with your hands and then grab one of the aces and reveal it. It's that simple. In terms of being able to look, you can't even look because everything's happening behind your back. So in other words, this trick is basically foolproof like the other two. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. More videos coming soon. I'm gonna try and do a video at least every 2 weeks, hopefully every week. Definitely more content coming sooner rather than later. With everything happening right now, it's a little easier for me to make videos. So that's pretty much it. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you all later. Cole Diamond, out.